Alright guys, welcome to the full playthrough of Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. Let's get straight into it. If you have not played a point and click adventure, we recommend you use the tutorial. No tutorial for me.
We must go now. Papa!
Tiago, go with your mother to the trap. Take this. It will always be your guide.
Yes, Papa.
We will join you shortly.
Xavier, the painting.
Xavier.
La maledicción. This way.
Oh shit.
Senora, it is too late. Go.
No! Papa!
Senor, in here.
Search them. Of course.
It's actually a nice painting.
Paris in the spring. Passion, romance, l'amour. I was working in art insurance. It paid the rent, just about. And then, by chance, I met Nico at a private view.
You didn't tell me that you were back in Paris, George?
We should catch up. Let's have lunch.
Nobody move.
Oh my god.
No, monsieur. Not la malédiction. Oh.
Stay back.
Once again, Paris had shown me her dark side. A brutal robbery, a senseless murder.
What a
Nico
start.
and I were about
This is
to be
action
drawn
packed.
into a new and terrifying adventure together. The gallery owner was dead. I guess sometimes playing the hero doesn't pay. My company had insured the exhibition, so I had a crime to solve. The cops would be here soon. I didn't have much time. The priest was giving last rites to the gallery owner. I didn't want to interfere. The bust was balanced precariously on the pedestal. I didn't want to knock it off. With luck, the security camera had captured the robbery. The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private. The stolen painting was called La Malediccio, painted by someone called L. Serp in 1937, and worth just 40 grand. This was where the stolen painting had hung. Why that painting? And why kill for it? The stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't.
Okay.
It was the speaker cone for the alarm. It hadn't sounded when the painting was stolen. Looked fine to me. That wasn't the reason the alarm didn't go off. So, the alarm wasn't breaking. I suspected foul play.
So obviously this is cut.
So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job.
Okay. That's all we needed to know from that, right?
The door was locked with a keypad. If I wanted to get in there and look at the CCTV footage, then I'd need to find the number. That bust was pretty impressive. I wondered who'd been the model. The alarm on that painting hadn't been sabotaged. So what made La Malediccio so special?
Okay, so we've got to try find the code.
Another painting with a working alarm. Another working alarm. So the thief took the only painting whose alarm had been sabotaged. But why La Malediccio? Why that particular one?
Yes, George, we heard you, mate. We heard you.
The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private. Excuse me, Father.
Yes, my son.
I'm George Stobart. My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there anything I can do?
You can pray for his soul.
A senseless murder.
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
What do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
What?
I am a Dominican priest. I know these things. And now, excuse me, I must pray.
1 minute, I'd been planning dinner with Nico. The next, I was talking art theft, murder, and the devil with a priest.
Okay.
In Henri's pocket was a tiny bottle. It was a bottle of Brett. The label claimed it would wake the beast within.
What the hell? Let's be nice and close his eyes. Can we open his... Oh, what's this?
There was a small piece of paper in the dead man's hand. It was too intriguing not to take a look. It read, 2:30 p.m., be ready. Innocent enough, until I realized that the robbery took place at 2:30 p.m. There was something fishy going on around here, and it wasn't just the canapes. I quickly replaced the note.
Okay. I guess that... Oh! What's that?
I didn't want Henri's blood on my hands.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Okay.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Well.
I decided to let Henri's toupee rest in peace.
Okay.
A cryptic note in a bottle of overpowering cologne. No personal effects or anything else of substance. I definitely needed to check out that office.
Is that the guy from the second one that
It was
you...
Hector Lane, France's greatest...
Oh, that's right. The one we
Didn't
poured
know
the
before.
absinthe in his thing
It
and
hadn't
he
ended well.
smashed the
For a
glass.
moment, I thought he was dead. But from the snoring, I guessed he'd only fainted. Lane was out cold. I was going to need something to bring him around.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Time to awaken the beast. What?
What was that? It smells like the 70s. Where am I?
You fainted.
Didn't even realize that was on the floor.
The nail clippers were monogrammed with the letters HL. Hector Lane. They must have fallen out of his pocket.
Well, they're ours now.
It was a blob of chewed gum. The thief left the pizza box behind. I wondered what was in it. Well, no surprise there. Pizza. The guy must have been hungry. There was only one slice left.
Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to eat. I've had a terrible shock, you know.
Of course he puts a piece of slice in his pocket. Everything goes in his pocket. Here, big fella.
I found a slice of pizza.
I asked for food, boy, not a cardboard simulacrum.
Oh, okay, if you don't want it.
I didn't say that. Now give it here.
Jeez.
Given the circumstances, that was
Did
surprisingly
he even chew that?
acceptable. Now, what's been going on? Oh, Henri, is he
Dead? Afraid so.
poor chap? Just like him to steal the limelight, though.
Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed in the Glees Gallery.
Of course, the man with the absinthe. I don't suppose you...
Afraid not.
Pity. I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble remembering your name.
I'm George Stobart. I insured the exhibition.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few questions, Mr. Lane?
Fire away.
Did you know the gallery owner?
Of course, we worked together on the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Henri provided the space. I was the creative powerhouse.
How long had you known him?
As a friend, many years. Our professional relationship had only recently blossomed into this exhibition, under my curatorial wing. And now the poor fellow has gone and got himself killed.
If Lane was involved with the gallery, then he had to know the code to that door. Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Of course, dear boy. La Maledictio, a little-known work, turned up at the last minute.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat. Beyond that, I don't really recall.
Oh, yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
If you say so.
So you curated the exhibition? What's it about?
A brilliant retrospective. A dialectical window on European art's ongoing discourse with the unresolved psychoses of the nation-state.
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth. What can you tell me about the stolen painting?
La Maledictio? A challenging piece. If you like a wide cast of obscure saints and fringe Christian symbolism, of course. Not especially valuable, though. The thief won't get much for it on the black market.
Who painted the stolen painting?
Therein lies a mystery. We only know his pseudonym, El Serp. He was a Catalan, a modernist. His works are symbolic, religious.
So, you help run this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up. Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me the code to that door.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that. Someone sabotaged the alarm on the stolen painting. A wire was cut.
What? Who could have got into the alarm system?
Exactly. It was an inside job, Mr. Lane.
You're not suggesting that I...
Well, I'm afraid that's the way the cops are going to see it.
That's preposterous. How could I possibly have cut the wire?
Like
Are
this.
these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Sucker.
Yes, they have my initials monogrammed on them.
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on a stolen painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotaged, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code.
Just give me the
Mr.
code.
Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my chances. You're not getting that door code.
This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty. How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane, but you're going to be the #1 suspect for this murder.
So you keep saying, Mr. Stobart.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Sheer fantasy. What possible motivation could I have to sabotage the alarm?
How about some more of this?
I don't think so. As a sal volatile, it was acceptable. As a cologne, it would be barbaric.
So you'd been out of town and hit the sack early last night?
That's right. I've not been near the gallery for days.
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my...
You
You're
stubborn
not getting
piece
that
of
door code.
shit. Let's talk to you.
Father?
Yes, my son.
What did you mean when you said that a great evil had taken place?
Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
What?
Peter 5:8. The devil is all around, Mr. Stobart.
Did Henri say anything before he died?
He said, "Stop the car, I want to get in."
What does that mean?
We may never know.
What brought you to the exhibition, Father?
The painting.
Which one?
La Maledictio, of course.
The painting that was stolen.
I had to confront the evil.
I think there's something strange going on here.
Yes, Mr. Stobart. At last you see the truth.
No, Father. I mean that the robbery looks like an inside job.
The devil's work is always an inside job.
A wire in the painting's alarm was deliberately cut.
Cut by the devil himself, perhaps.
Well, as far as I know, sightings of guys with horns and tails have been a little down recently.
You mock me, Mr. Stobart. But as you will discover, the devil likes to have the last laugh.
Do you know the code to get into the office?
No, but you could always pray and ask for divine guidance.
With respect, Father, I'm looking for a slightly quicker solution. What do you know about the man who painted La Maledictio?
El Serp. He was a man playing with fire. The fire of eternal damnation.
Tell me about the stolen painting.
Whoever gets close to it will burn in hell.
Do you recognize these?
Nail clippers. I'm not sure what your point is.
Hey, Father, how about a squirt?
What the?
I think not.
Okay.
That bust was pretty...
Is this guy really not gonna give me...
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
Mr. Lane, this robbery...
As I...
Okay, so there's nothing new there.
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane.
So...
Alright.
The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it. The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief. The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner.
Am I supposed to leave?
For a moment, I contemplated getting on the next train out of here. But a man was dead, and I had a job to do. The stolen painting was called La Maledictio, painted by someone called... The stolen painting was...
Wait, what? Oh. What's this? 1212. Could that be the code?
Someone had cut a wire and sabotaged the alarm. The pressure pad appeared to be working fine, but the cut wire had ensured that the alarm wouldn't sound when the painting was removed. Poor guy. That would be pointless. That wouldn't work. Poor Henri already stank of this stuff. That would be pointless. There's nothing quite so lonely as a dead man's toupee. I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it. No one had noticed the pizza box fall onto the floor. I decided to leave it alone. Lane had the kind of looks that only a lifetime of fine dining can create. The poster looked old. The poster looked old.
Who's Rickenbacker?
Hello, Mr. Rickenbacker?
Stobart, what do you want?
Mr. Rickenbacker, there's been a problem.
Why does that surprise me? This better not involve the Blue Lizard.
Afraid it does, sir. There's been a robbery.
Oh, terrific.
Only one painting was stolen, though.
Well, what are you wasting time talking to me for? Find that painting, or find a way to avoid paying out. 2 ways to keep your job, Stobart.
I see. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anything else you gotta tell me?
The thief had a gun. He shot the gallery owner dead.
We insured him too?
No, sir.
Well, that's one piece of good news. At least tell me you got some leads.
I'm pretty sure the security was sabotaged. The alarm was disabled for that one painting.
So, it was an inside job. Who else is at the gallery?
There's a guy called Hector Lane.
Lane. Why does that name sound familiar?
He's an art critic. I think he's connected to the exhibition.
Now, could it be him?
Well, he's rude and ugly. It's certainly possible.
So squeeze him, Stobart. Squeeze him till he squeals.
If I was going to squeeze Lane, I needed longer arms than these.
Find out who disabled the security system, then find that painting. And don't call back until you have.
How the hell?
I didn't think there was any need to test another painting alarm. It was clear that only La Malediccio had been sabotaged. How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris.
Really? There's nothing else new here?
So, you'd been out of town.
That
This is all the same.
Guilty by
sheer...
Mr. Lane,
As I...
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane.
So...
Father?
Yes, my son.
Do you know anything else about El Serp?
I've already told you everything I can.
Is there anything else you can tell me about La Maledictio?
I've said everything I care to on the subject.
Take a look at this, Father.
I've already given you my thoughts about that.
Well, you know what?
Father.
You're useless, buddy. You're just as useless as this fat guy over here. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, man.
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to.
Alright, let's hope this guy tells me something about the fat man.
Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Well, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was chasing?
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty. The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right. Did you know him well?
Can we ever truly know another human being, monsieur? He spent little time at the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
There we go.
What do you
Monsieur
know
Lane
about
has
the-
been lying to us.
Bourgeois, vacuous and overpriced. Just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest flusée.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight for sure. If you see him, give him this bill and tell him to pay up next time.
Alright, we got his ass.
The check was from last night. But Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery. This could be the leverage I needed to get the office door code from Lane. Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
Lane had run up quite a bill at the cafe.
Hey, bucko.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away.
Not nail clippers, my friend.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So,
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night.
Gotcha.
I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door, and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
you are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Just doing my job.
All right. You have me. The number is 6397. But I admit to none of these spurious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to work fast. What was that number again? 642... No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Oh, that's a familiar voice.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris
Oh, wait, no, that's
Serious
not him.
Crime Squad, and I hereby declare
guy
this
behind
crime
him.
scene open. I mean, closed. Now, nobody move, especially you on the floor.
Wow.
Mo, I want a total lockdown. Nobody in or out. Apart from me, of course.
Inspector Moo.
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Moo. Our paths had crossed before. Sergeant Moo, we meet again.
Ah, Madame Collard. An unexpected
He
pleasure.
remembers me.
I was in the gallery at the time of the theft. Can I get back in?
I am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out. And I must correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu! That poor man! I witnessed the crime. I've got to get back in there.
I'm sure you can make an official statement in good time.
I saw the thief. I think I can help the investigation.
I am implacable, Madame Collard.
Who is Inspector Navet?
The most promising young investigator on the force. A genius. A man blessed with almost superhuman insight.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Madame, it is not for us to talk about the inspector's sweaty proclivities. He is about to solve his third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entrails of the crime scene like a book.
I really need to get into the gallery and speak to Inspector Navet.
Tut-tut. He is not to be disturbed. He is
Tut-tut.
applying his famous scientific methods. Any moment now, the case will be cracked. I certainly hope so. I am dog-tired and want to go home.
Oops.
I have been working for 3 days with no rest. Navet is a genius in his field, and he assumes that we all have his energy and vigor.
Oh, you poor man. If you'd like to go and get some sleep, I will watch the door for you.
Nice try.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor specifically warned me against it after the last incident.
I chased after the shooter and got a photo of him.
Inspector Navet will be delighted.
You've got to let me into the gallery to show him.
Absolutely not.
So, I cannot go in without Inspector Navet's permission?
No.
And to get Inspector Navet's permission, I need to go in.
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of Kafka, Sergeant Moo?
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer players have to do with this.
No, he's a... Never mind. This was madness. Sergeant Moo wasn't going to let me in. That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty, and I need to focus.
Here's my press card. Do you have a statement for the paper?
Yes, madame. Stay away from the crime scene and let the police do their job. And always leave a light on when you go out at night.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Moo. You've been so helpful. It was an office. The room was full of strange trinkets.
Maybe I'll go to next door as well.
Madame,
Bonjour, monsieur.
whatever it is you want, we are closed.
Then why are you standing here?
You would not understand, madame.
Try me.
Because I look at you and I know you are like all the others.
The others?
The pretty women who shop, who gossip, who have their spa days, their almond croissant,
That bad, huh?
and the men with their grooming products and their shiny shoes and their skinny suits who come to my cafe and ask me for lattes, macchiatos, frappes.
I see your point.
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame? Ripped up the paving slabs, bled on the streets.
Isn't it?
No,
What's this
madame,
guy's
it's
problem?
not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Vive la révolution.
And do you know what drove us on as we fought? What fueled the streets of Paris in that glorious spring? What made our hearts soar?
Cheap wine and free sex?
No, madame, no! It was French Café Noir that inspired us. The simple demi-tasse. The black, sweet taste of freedom.
So that's why you closed?
Yes, madame. I serve only thinkers, philosophers, revolutionaries. And you, madame, with your polite top and your pointy ears, are none of those things.
This is a cafe.
Yes, to the right people.
That's
The
discrimination.
other day, I would have given this guy a straight one to the chin. But there was a chance he could help me get into the gallery.
How?
Monsieur,
Life is fleeting, madame. The sands of time are running through your fingers.
well, that may be, but
We know not what we want, and yet we are responsible for what we are.
there's been a crime.
That is terrible, madame. But you know what they say.
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Life begins on the other side of despair. C'est vrai, no?
Well, I guess so. He was pushing me to the point of despair.
During the riots, we battled the forces of oppression.
Oh, really? That must have been terrifying.
It was, except that they made me stay behind the barricades with the other baristas. We made coffee by the liter to fuel the resistance. I've never brewed so much coffee. Of course, our brave heroes spent half their time going for a pee. But with our coffee inside them, they fought the running dogs all night long.
None of this was helping me get past Sergeant Moo.
Au revoir.
Monsieur,
How can you help me?
The road to enlightenment is a... Au revoir.
Oh. Lame.
salut.
Bonjour, madame.
I remembered something else about the crime.
Then you should tell Inspector Navet immediately.
So I can go inside then?
No.
You dickhead.
Do you want to see my photo of the thief?
Ils ne passeront pas.
You know, if you are tired, surely your duties are suffering.
Madame, I am a consummate professional. I would never shirk my responsibilities. I will stand here as if my life depended on it. Or my job.
That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty, and I need to focus.
He's half asleep.
Sergeant Moo could do with one of those famous coffees. Thanks, Sergeant Moo.
Okay, how do I get a famous coffee? Hey, asshole.
Madame,
I am not what you...
being is. Being is in itself. Being is what it is.
Sartre. Being and nothingness.
Bravo, madame. A lucky guess, perhaps. Au revoir.
The menu offered black coffee and a small selection of other drinks.
I need a fucking coffee, you asshole.
Here's my press card.
La liberté. Madame, you are not a
Oh,
person
there we go. The whole time I just had to show him my card.
My deepest, my most profound apologies.
Well, of course I accept. But why?
La liberté. The great journal of freedom. At the height of the battle, as the tear gas blew and the blood flowed, it was La Liberté which carried the voice of our revolution to the world. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me for almond croissant. You are a true daughter of France, and I am your humble servant.
Monsieur,
Madame,
could we have a little chat?
anytime, madame.
Okay, give me a fucking coffee already.
How about some coffee?
For you, madame, of course. There is only one coffee that I can serve you. Black, strong, and in a tiny cup. One moment. Here is your coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur. The coffee was hot and strong. Could you make me a coffee to go?
For a fellow revolutionary? Of course, madame. One moment. Here's your takeaway coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur.
Yeah, put the coffee in your pocket.
Did you see anything happen at the gallery earlier?
I saw you running after a pizza delivery guy. Somebody said he killed someone.
That's true. He stole a painting and shot the gallery owner.
How close we are to death. And yet how far from ever comprehending it.
Well, right now I need to get back inside and figure out what happened.
I applaud you, madame. To seek the truth is a worthy ambition.
As a journalist, that is my duty.
Okay, see ya.
Sergeant Moo, I brought you a coffee.
Coffee? Fantastic. Just what I need. But wait. I must not. My little problem.
I'm sure one little cup of coffee won't hurt.
I am tempted, madame, but I cannot risk it. I am sorry.
So, this incident, it involved you, some coffee, and your little problem?
It is a tale of woe, madame.
I'm all ears, Sergeant.
Well, since you seem quite understanding, I shall elaborate.
Please do.
I was in charge of canine security for the president himself. One day, en vacances, he went for a private discussion with a lady minister. I stayed alone with his dog, but I had drunk a coffee to stay awake, and nature came to call. So I tied the dog to a tree and went for a secret pee-pee. When I came back,
A peepee.
the dog was having a liaison dangereuse with the lady minister's terrier.
But how did they find out?
Well, 2 months later, the president's Labrador gave birth to 6 beautiful mongrels. And I was busted to sergeant just after the president's divorce came through.
You are a victim of a great injustice, Sergeant.
You think so?
But of course, you knew you must not fall asleep at your post. You were guarding the president himself.
Well, the president's dog.
Ah, it was the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
And by drinking that coffee, you made the ultimate sacrifice for our glorious republic. Your career.
How you put it like that?
And
So she's
now
good at manipulating
France is
just
pulling
like
you
George.
again. She is saying, drink, Sergeant Moo, drink!
She is?
She is. Drink or fall asleep at your post. Which is it to be?
I suppose it is drink.
Bravo, Sergeant!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, that was quick.
Excuse me, madame. I must use the petit gendarme's room. It has gone straight through me. Could you watch the gallery door for me?
Oh, you can count on me, Sergeant.
Of course I can. And I won't even go inside.
I distracted Moo. It was now or never.
How did you get past Sergeant Moo? Well, you won't fool me so easily, madame. I shall question you later.
Nico, am I glad to see you.
I managed to grab a couple of photos, but the guy got away.
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with. It looks to me like an inside job.
So, no ordinary robbery?
And no ordinary painting. The priest claims that La Maledizio is evil. I need to get into the office and see what the CCTV has to offer.
So, what's the problem?
The inspector's watching me like a hawk. I'll never get in without some sort of distraction.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, let's distract.
Inspector Nave, do you have a moment?
My time is of the essence. Be quick now.
I suppose this is quite a complex case, Inspector.
It is a robbery gone bad. Nothing more, nothing less.
Surely there's a bit more to it than that.
Please abstain from baseless conjecture, madame. The victim's body paints a simple picture, more reliable than any witness statement. Consider the impact of the bullet, and note the concomitant lack of blood. A casual homicide, nothing more.
Don't you find it odd that the thief chose that one particular painting?
Life is full of odd things, madame. Fingerless gloves, white dog poo-poo, nasal hair. I prefer to concern myself with murder.
Did you see the alarm was sabotaged?
I have interrogated the crime scene, madame. I am fully aware of the disabled security. I prefer biological evidence to the merely circumstantial. Body parts, blood, important things.
Don't you think the disabled alarm is highly suspicious, though?
The forensic team will be along shortly. Voice your concerns to them. Do not bother me with this circumstantial fliff-flaff.
Why don't you check out the security camera footage?
Madame, that is not my area of expertise. It is the body which concerns me.
But the CCTV footage is evidence. It could help identify the
Love how
killer.
she's telling him how to do his job.
Correction, madame. It is but an indicator. The only true evidence is bodily fluid. Unless you know something I don't, then please leave me be.
The only evidence Inspector Nave seemed to appreciate involved gore. What do you think about the American, Georges?
He is deeply suspicious.
Could you give me a statement, Inspector?
Now is not the time, madame.
Thanks, Inspector. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. If I was going to distract Nave, I needed to unearth
I feel
more
like
evidence
we have to use the pizza
and
pizza
the
sauce or
more,
something.
the better.
Right? There you go.
The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor. No way was I going to clean that up with my bare hands. I scraped up the chewing gum with my press card, hoping the inspector wouldn't notice.
Okay, now that looks like blood stains, which will distract him.
Inspector!
Yes?
Have you seen that stain on the floor by the door? What do you think it is?
I don't have time to waste discussing domestic hygiene. Please, leave me to my work.
Oh wait, did he know what it was?
Do you really think this is a cut and dried case?
En effet, cut, dried, sealed, and delivered.
So you think Georges is a suspect?
As I said, I am not often wrong about such things, but I have already said too much.
So you don't think the CCTV footage is useful?
I prefer a more visceral approach to the crime scene.
Are you certain you don't want to investigate the alarm?
Unless you can show me new evidence, then please leave me to my work.
Do you know anything about La Malédiction?
It is a painting. It was stolen. Point?
Do you want this chewing gum?
Madame, I do not take bribes.
Wow.
Thanks, Inspector. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. I'd never met the gallery owner before, but he sure didn't deserve this.
What can I do with the stain?
Are you Hector Lane, the art critic?
Enchanté, madame. And which of the angels are you?
I'm Nico Collar, a reporter.
Ah, a fallen angel then. My favorite sort.
What can you tell me about the painting that was taken?
It was called La Malédiction, an unknown work that only recently surfaced.
Who was the artist?
A mysterious figure known only as El Serp. Some say he was a student of Picasso. He was good, but not great, and his true identity remains unknown.
What can you tell me about the theft?
Oh, it was truly awful. What do you want to know?
Did you know that the alarm had been sabotaged?
No. How dreadful. I suppose that's why the alarm isn't ringing.
Wow, there's a lot of sarcasm in this game.
Tell me about the shooting, monsieur.
Well, it all happened so fast.
Take your time. What did you see?
I can't be sure. Perhaps I could answer your questions over dinner.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I'm on a tight deadline. Did you see the thief?
I would have tackled him, but he was too quick for me.
What can you tell me about Henri's involvement with the gallery?
Dear Henri, a shining diamond in the ordure that is the modern art business. He owned the gallery. What will we do without him?
Have you spoken to Georges?
The American?
Yes.
He promised to clear up any misunderstandings the police might have about my presence here.
Here's my press card.
And there was I thinking you were too young and beautiful to be a reporter.
Thanks for your help, Monsieur Lane. I wasn't going to get anything useful from Lane.
The priest, maybe?
Excuse me, Father.
Father Simeon, my child.
Are you okay, Father?
It's a terrible shock, but yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Could I ask you some questions about the crime?
What kind of questions?
I'm a reporter for La Liberté.
I suppose it cannot hurt. Please ask away.
Why did you come to the gallery today, Father?
God brought me here. I saw the poster for the exhibition. I had to come.
What do you mean?
I knew there was great evil in La Maledictio. It was my duty to confront it. The painter was El Serp, the Serpent, don't you see?
Evil? So, what were you planning on doing here today?
I wanted to bear witness to anything that the devil would conjure.
Well, I think it was a no-show, Father.
Really? A man is dead, Miss Collard. I'd say his work here today is done.
That wasn't going to help my story. What do you think about that stain?
Is that blood?
I think it's just sauce. I wonder if there's a mop anywhere.
We are facing death and divine retribution. This is no time for tidying up.
Father Simeon wasn't making much sense. Did you see anything that might help identify the killer?
The devil takes many forms, child. I didn't get a good enough look, I'm afraid.
Anything would help.
I am sorry, my dear. My mind was elsewhere.
What do you know about Henri?
An innocent victim, insofar as any of us are innocent. If he was peddling such blasphemous works as the El Serp painting, then who knows what other sins he was hiding.
Father Simeon was making me feel guilty. Priests always did that to me. What can you tell me about the painting?
Grotesque and evil.
How can a painting be evil?
By killing all who come into contact with it.
Does that mean we're next?
Laugh not at the devil's play, Miss Collard.
Do you know anything about the painter, El Serp?
He was a purveyor of blasphemy, a servant of the Antichrist.
How can you know that?
It is clear from his work.
Father Simeon was making a lot of assumptions. This is my press card. As I said, I work for La Liberté.
Good. Be sure to warn your readers that this painting is evil.
Thank you for your time, Father.
Okay, I'm sure there's something I have to do with this tomato stain.
Yeah, Nico.
So why do you need to get into the office again?
I'm pretty sure the robbery was an inside job, and I think the proof is in the office.
So, what's stopping you?
Super cop over there.
What if I create a distraction?
You do that, and I will let you have whatever I find.
That's a deal, George. Somehow, I had to get the inspector away from the office door.
How can I get him away?
Inspector!
Yes?
I really think you should check out that stain.
I told you, I am not interested. Leave the mess for the cleaner.
Damn it.
Thanks, Inspector. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. At least now the place was a little tidier.
There's something I have to do with this.
I'd already got it. How about that for a distraction? I wondered whether it would be enough. The tomato sauce looked as close to blood as it was ever going to.
Now let's try.
Inspector!
Yes?
Have you seen the stain on the floor over there? It looks like blood.
Indeed. How very curious. I must investigate immediately, before one of these idiots steps in it.
Okay, hurry up, George.
Interesting. Maybe it is time to employ the machine.
Okay, George. That should distract him for a while.
Nice work, Nico. I'll let you know what I find in the office. I was sure the inspector hadn't seen me slip away, but I needed to be quick, because it wouldn't take him long.
What the hell is that?
The CCTV system was ancient. It took individual shots and recorded them to tape. It looked like I needed to enter a passcode to view the recording.
Hold on. I'm sure I just saw a number. 1975 there. We can try
The
that.
calendar looked like a child's school project. Henri had ringed 27th May and scrawled birthday. Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day.
His birthday is... Okay, let's try.
I rewound the tape.
Oh, what? I got it!
Robbery.
Well, that was easy.
This was the first interesting frame.
Damn!
Henri studying La Malédiction. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen.
Didn't think I'd get it that easily.
Was
Okay.
Henri studying that picture, or did he look worried? There was definitely more to this robbery than I first thought. The image was a little fuzzy, but in the center of the painting was what looked like a snake eating its own tail. I thought about what the priest said. There was definitely something unsettling about the picture.
That's it.
Was Henri studying that picture, or did he look worried? The most striking aspect of the painting was a snake eating its own tail. Nico and I were taking a look at La Malédiction just before the robbery. Funny, painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. It seemed that whenever Nico stepped back into my life, so did trouble. There I was, looking at the exhibition. A good view of La Malediccio. I could kind of see why Father Simeon thought it was evil. There was a certain presence about it. The killer caught in the act. There was nothing really distinctive about him. The CCTV had caught the killer in the act of lifting La Malediccio from the wall. He knew exactly which painting to take.
Mm-hmm.
The moment it all went horribly wrong. Why hadn't Henri backed down when the thief pulled the gun? If that was me, I'd have done whatever the guy wanted. There was some writing on the front of his helmet, but I couldn't quite make it out. The alarm should have sounded when the killer took the painting, but it had been sabotaged. I wondered who could have done that. Maybe Lane or even Henri himself. The writing was just a blur. The killer making his getaway.
Oh, there we go. Now we can see it.
The logo on the front of his helmet read Waterloo Motors. That could be useful. The painting was gone. There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. Hopefully I didn't look too suspicious. I hadn't thought about that when I was taking a look at the camera.
I think that's it, right?
That was the last shot.
Yeah.
I'd probably learned everything I could from the CCTV.
What's all this stuff?
In the trash can, I found a crumpled letter from Henri's credit card company, demanding immediate payment. It listed extravagant purchases from a variety of ladies' fashion stores. The address indicated that Henri lived in the chic and expensive 16th arrondissement of Paris. I decided to put the letter back. Henri's financial problems weren't my business. But now I knew where he lived. I didn't like the idea of a pocket full of sharp pins.
Well, that hasn't stopped you from putting things in your pocket before, mate.
The pen could have been useful. Then again, it might have leaked all over my pocket. The lighter was corroded and grimy. It'd probably never work again. I decided to leave it.
Wow.
Carrying an ink pot around inside
This guy
my pocket
doesn't
would
want
have
to take
been
anything
stupid.
all of a sudden.
The ink would have stained my hands for days. I didn't feel the need to take Henri's eraser. I didn't want to carry the tape around. I had a feeling I wasn't going to need it.
I can't believe this. George Stober is not taking
The switch controlled the small desk lamp.
things, like random
It was
things,
the
and putting them
paper
in his
that Nico
pocket.
wrote for. Nico lived for the day her story would be on the front cover. There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called Vera Security. They weren't the guys we'd recommended. Henri had gone behind our backs to choose a different security outfit. Huh. I'd never heard of Vera Security, but there was an address and phone number on the form.
Monsieur, sir, you have snuck in here, and now you are tampering with my evidence.
I'm just looking for the name of the caterer. That cheese was to die for.
Ah, to die for?
Oops.
Ill for. I put it to you, monsieur. Monsieur...
Stobart. George Stobart.
I put it to you that you came here in search of cheese and killed the owner in a fromage-induced frenzy.
Well, no. I'm from Paris Mutual. We insured the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Time will tell, monsieur.
Truth will out, Inspector.
Who dares wins, Monsieur Stobart.
What is
He
this?
who laughs last laughs loudest, Inspector Nave. The guy was seriously nuts.
We're playing a game of sayings, are we?
That a serious crime has been committed. I am going to have to ask you to return to the gallery.
Of course, but I do need to ask you a few questions.
D'accord. But remember, anything you say can be used against you, Monsieur Stobart.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Do you know anything about a company called Vera Security?
No, I have never heard of them. Now, I must get on with my investigation.
It's very likely that the security camera holds a clue to the killer's identity.
Monsieur, I am a professional, and you are an amateur. So, leave the investigating to me, huh? Pal? Monsieur, you are American, no?
Yeah, California born and bred.
Of course. I think perhaps you are wanting to be like that Starsky and Butch, monsieur. No? Rolling around on top of fast cars with beautiful ladies, firing your gun.
Interesting idea, Inspector, but not really my style.
Indeed. Well, let me tell you something, monsieur. You are my prime suspect. You may go now, but I will need to speak with you again.
I had some valuable leads, but before following up on them, I had important business to attend to. Hey, Nico, you want to grab a quick cup of coffee?
Sure.
I am pleased to announce that I have finished my preliminary investigation. This is now an official crime scene, and you must all go. I shall be questioning all of you again in the coming days. Nobody is to leave the country, particularly you, Monsieur Stobart. Monsieur Lane will stay behind to help secure the premises. Mo?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Two coffees, please.
Nice work in there, Nico. Whatever you did, it worked.
I just made a tiny distraction, and Nave bought it.
I think Nave would buy anything if it had blood on it. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder, it just doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Like I said, I think it was an inside job.
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm, but on just one painting.
Let me guess. La Maledictio.
Exactly. And I aim to find out who did it. The CCTV picked up an image of the thief. His helmet had the words Waterloo Motors written across it.
Interesting. I think I got a couple of good shots of him too, but I need to take a better look at them at home.
Great. Let me know what you find. Well, the priest thinks La Maledictio is evil.
Charles, she's just crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But there's something strange going on. I found the address of the security company Henri employed. It was not the one that I recommended.
Good luck with your investigations. Well, I guess I should go. This story won't write itself. And Josh?
Yeah?
It's good to see you again.
Great to see you too, Nico. I watched her walk away. The sound of traffic, the sun shining, a crime to solve, and Nico back in my life.
Oh. Okay. Henri's apartment.
The address led me to a dead-end alley at the end of a deadbeat mall. No wonder I'd never heard of Vera's security.
Please don't touch the sign. You'll just make it worse.
Why is this guy stressing so much? Chill out, my brother.
The stall was a myriad of retro kitsch. Bottle stoppers, keychains, musical cards. Hi! I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for Vera's security.
It's right behind you, brother. Right here.
It's the shop behind you.
Thank you. The name's George, by the way.
Call me Bassam. And do please forgive me, but I'm in no mood to talk. I have a resounding headache.
Bad migraine, eh?
The worst. The buzzing and flashing from the old sign is killing me. I thought the neon sign had potential until it broke.
Is it your sign?
No, the previous one. This is horrible. Adversely affecting my footfall and giving me a splitting headache.
Bassam had already told me where Vera's security was.
Why don't you use some spray, my brother?
Smell this!
Ooh. At least it's the real thing.
You want me to try fixing that sign for you?
Do you know what you're doing?
I'm very good at fixing things.
Then please do. I'm no good at
My good
electrical.
sir.
Marketing analysis and predicting trends is more my thing.
Okay. Let's go fix the sign.
I took a good look at the sign. The wiring was exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing.
Yeah, no shit. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be hanging out like that.
I pulled the wire off. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing. Now only half the sign was illuminated.
Okay. Wait, what? I don't get it. Huh? Excuse me, sir. What do you want this to actually say?
The buzzing and flashing has stopped.
And I am very grateful. But the sign still looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? When you're building a brand from the ground up, name is everything. I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
I could take a look at your sign, come up with something.
You are like a genie from a magic lamp.
Tell me about your business idea.
This stall is going to put me through college, while giving me field experience. But the nonsense sign is working against me. It should spell a name for my shop. I need something original, yet familiar. Bright and in your face, yet subtle and symbolic.
Your objective is to move the blah 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 blah. The letters form a new word and need to be lit, so place in the 7 sockets on the right. Yes, we understand that.
Letters could be moved around. Shame it didn't have the right letters to spell Bassam. I'd have to think of something else.
Okay, what word? 7 letters. 7 letters. Aladdin? No? I don't know. Let's try. Oh wait, yeah, there is a D. N would go there. That would go there.
Aha! That seemed like a good name.
Aha!
Hey, Sam, how about this? I know it's not your name, but...
Aladdin. Very cool. That's a terrific name for my store. Hits every one of my USPs.
Glad you like it.
You're a genius, George.
Why, thank you,
Let me know
sir.
if I can do anything for you.
He did say genie in a bottle, so...
Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
Now he's my mate.
I really like your new sign.
It's magnificent. I owe you one.
Yeah, you sure do, bucko.
What do you think?
I'm over the moon, George. Thanks to you, I can now sell my retro cavalcade of musical cards, brushes, souvenirs. And you know what they say? Happy sellers make happy shoppers.
So what are you selling?
Ah, I'm glad you asked. I sell all those things you can't get anywhere else in Paris.
Like...
English biscuits, Turkish delight, French cassettes, Brazilian Betamax videos.
Alright, let's go in here.
Help!
What's wrong?
There's a monster
What? Where?
on the floor. Get rid of it.
Oh, the cockroach.
Don't tell me George is gonna put it in his
Cockroach,
pocket.
Help!
Come here, little fella. There were crumbs on the floor. No wonder the cockroach was sticking around. I was never going to catch it with my bare hands. Nope. That wouldn't... That was...
Wait, what?
That would have violated the chem...
What the hell am I supposed to use them? What do we have here?
Romanovs. A Russian brand cigarette. The pack was empty. A crumpled cigarette pack. The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. The filters were gold-colored. Very exotic. As a child, I'd always been told not to play with matches. But I never could resist.
Okay, maybe I catch the cockroach in the matchbox?
I I tipped out the matches. I couldn't catch it just by swiping at it. I'd need to entice it closer.
Okay.
I set down my matchbox. Cockroaches like hiding in dark places. Not a bad idea when you think about it. Cockroach wasn't going for it. I needed some bait.
This is a lot of effort for this fucking cockroach.
There was a huge Hello?
Cockroach! I see the little beggar.
Yes, I need something to put in it, you idiot. Oh, unless I get something from that guy across the street.
Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
Do you happen to know a good way to catch a cockroach?
There we go.
To be honest, George, I'm better at questions on balancing budgets within a liberal economic framework. But as a layman, perhaps I could suggest you trap it? And please, whatever you do, don't squish it.
Why's that?
The entire family will catch the scent and arrive for the funeral.
Ooh, we don't want that.
You need to find a container of some sort. Then I think add this.
Rich tea. Well, what's that, a cookie?
The perfect cockroach biscuit. Dry, dull, unsatisfying, and yet curiously Moorish.
I'll give it a try.
Glad to help.
Alright, let's go deal with this first.
I added some bait to the matchbox. Even I was finding it hard to resist that little trap.
Wow.
Gotcha!
All that effort just to catch a little cockroach.
You are a gentleman and no mistake. I hate cockroaches.
Always ready to help a damsel in distress.
I bet you are. Can I help you?
Yes, please. Do you know if there's anyone in the office I can talk business with?
Yes, me, chérie. I'm Annette, the manager.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... The gloves. I just thought...
Ah, easy mistake to make. If you haven't been reconstructed, that is.
Oh, but I have been reconstructed. A number of times. From the ground up.
Look, do you mind not touching the office equipment?
Whoops.
Annette's peripheral vision was...
Sorry.
Yes?
There's been a theft at Le Lézard Bleu. A painting's been stolen.
Shame. Still, I'm sure you'll get over it.
I believe your company set up the security.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Didn't.
Did.
I've got all day.
Wow, just show her the paper.
I didn't. It says here that Vera was hired to do the security at the gallery. Didn't do a very good job, did you?
Where did you get that?
At the gallery.
That job was signed off. You can't say we were to blame.
I was getting a bad feeling. The place looked like a front, and the only person there wasn't helping. Maybe the office itself could give me more information.
Are you done? Only I want to listen to this next race.
Thanks.
Okay, I need to cut the wire of this or something.
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was watching me like a hawk. Nope. I need...
Okay. Let's see if this guy can help us. Our Aladdin friend.
Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about Vera's security over there?
Not really. I haven't been here long, but neither have they by the looks of it.
Why do you say that?
Rush setup, new sign, low investment, and no customers except for you.
So, what else are you selling?
Stop by now and then. You'll be surprised.
No kidding? That cookie did the trick.
Right customer, right product. It's a winning combination.
Okay. Let me think.
The aircon went nicely with the Art Deco detailing.
Empty shop.
The place looked like it had been out of business for a while.
I gotta do something where I shut the radio off. Maybe we gotta call someone?
The Vera phone. All expenses had been spared. Annette had a radio on. Sounded like a horse race.
Oh, hold on. What's this? Oops.
Hands off, mister.
Can I just have a look?
Certainly not. That book is very private. What can I do for you?
Are you betting on a horse?
No, I just like hearing the sound of hooves.
Oh, well, that's unusual.
Don't be an idiot. I got 50 euros on Lucky Break.
Ah, well, I hope you win.
So do I, chérie. So do I.
I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Do you recognize it?
Oof! That would take the hair off your legs. I had a boss who wore that. Know what I mean? Yeah, you've shown me already.
I've got a cookie.
Those dry things are disgusting.
Thanks.
Alright, what do I do?
The place looked very much like temporary accommodation.
I can't. What the hell?
Even the office looked like it had been put together in a hurry. It was a little black book, and they are always interesting.
What can I do?
Thanks.
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was watching me like a hawk.
Okay, so there's nothing to do in there, I don't think. Is there anything down here? No.
Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
That cookie did the trick.
Okay, we already
Right
said
cut.
this.
So,
Anything retro, George. He who controls...
I didn't think there was...
I caught the cockroach. Look.
Excellent work. Just don't let it loose near my stall. In a few weeks, this place is going to be buzzing with people, I hope, not vermin.
I think I'll keep him. I'll name him Trevor.
Interesting name. Old school, comforting, harmless. I can see you're quite a strategic thinker, George.
What do I do here?
Hello, Vera Security.
George Stobart here.
I can see you through the window, monsieur. Won't you come in and stop wasting our time?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Nico. I've arrived at Vera Security. It's a pretty seedy outfit.
Great. Anything else?
Not right now.
Well, call back if you find anything.
Damn it, what do I do?
Leave it as it was. Vera Security. I
was hoping there's some...
The aircon went... The aircon...
No.
That wouldn't... That was... That was... That wouldn't work.
Why? Make her run.
That was... I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Obviously we can't get to the door.
Please stay on the other side of the counter.
It was like she had some kind of psychic power. She could just feel what I was trying to do. Nope,
What the hell?
That would be pointless.
Yes?
Innit, could I just have a quick look in your back office?
Wow.
What do you take me for?
Kind of
What?
stupid
No,
question
no,
is that?
I mean, can I look in there?
Oh, I see. No, you can't. It's private.
Do these clippers look familiar?
Yes. I mean, no. Why should they look familiar?
Uh-oh.
Do you recognize it?
I had a...
She recognized the clippers.
Yeah, you've shown me already. No thanks.
I've got some matches.
Yes, I saw you pick the...
Thanks. Lane's nail clippers. The initials HL were engraved on them.
What can I do for you?
Do these clippers look familiar?
Yes. I mean, no. Why should they look familiar?
Thanks.
What, do I go back to the thing and talk to Lane or something? Let me go talk to this guy, then I'm gonna go back. Because I can't find anything here.
I decided to stay till I'd squeezed what I could from Annette.
What the hell?
I could hear the little... I fed Trevor a crumb. He loved that biscuit.
Wow.
Matches. I only had a few matches. Using one now. That's... They didn't go. That... I could hear the little fella. I fed Trevor a...
What the hell am I supposed to do?
I wasn't going to talk to Nico about this place.
Who's this guy again?
Mr. Rickenbacker, I've got some new information. Henri used a different security company from the one I recommended, Vera Security. I'm there now. It's a pretty low-grade outfit.
Well, find out what you can.
How do I get her out of here?
Nope. That was... I needed a better... Nope. That would be pointless.
Look, do you mind not touching...
Annette's peripheral vision. That was almost a... That was... That wouldn't work. That was... That wouldn't make any sense.
Let's see what happens here.
Hello, Vera Security, we make you secure. Look, do you mind not touch...
Annette's peripheral...
What the hell? Aren't you on the phone?
A quick look revealed that the drawer was empty. That was
alright, what if we try that again? And we look into the book. What if I cut? What if I fuck it up somehow? No?
I wanted to see what secrets the book might contain. There was a photo. Of course, I grabbed it. A photo of Lane and Annette. That guy sure got around.
What can I do for you?
Excuse me, Annette.
Recognize this?
Hey, that's my photo.
That's you with Lane, I believe.
So, what if it is?
What is he to you?
Oh, my Hector, that's what he is. My little Hector.
Yeah, I thought you said you had nothing to do with the gallery.
Look, here's how it is. I've only been here a few weeks. I had nothing to do with that gallery job. I just delivered the paperwork.
So, who's the manager before you?
I don't know. She just, one day, didn't come in for work. I shouldn't be talking to her. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut.
The boss. Have you got his number or address?
No, I've forgotten it. I mean, I never knew it.
Annette, a serious crime has been committed. You're in a lot of trouble.
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I need this job. I need the money. Anyway, it's only a silly old painting. No one got hurt.
Oh, is that right?
The gallery owner was shot.
Badly?
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Oh.
This is a murder investigation. Now, who's your boss?
I don't know. Honest, he faxes me if he wants anything.
He? Who's he?
I've never seen him, never met him. Don't make trouble to poor Annette.
Thanks. I was pretty sure Annette had told me all she was going to. She sounded scared. Time to put the thumb screws on Lane, and I knew just how.
Okay. Let's go back to Lane.
Time to confront Lane.
Is he still here? Maybe at the cafe?
The gallery was sealed off. The place looked empty. Lane wasn't exactly easy to miss, and it looked like he wasn't around.
Oh.
Hi.
Monsieur?
I'm looking for Mr. Lane. Has he been here?
Ah, yes, monsieur. He came by earlier. Told me he was off to console Henri's widow. I hope she's out.
Okay. Where's...
Hi.
Monsieur?
Are you sure Lane's gone to visit Henri's widow?
Yes, that's what he told me.
Okay.
So Lane was consoling the widow. What a big heart that guy had. Did he have a grand scheme or just loose morals? The door was locked.
Hello?
This is George Stobart. May I come up?
I'm sorry, this is a very inconvenient time. Come back later.
I know that's you, Mr. Lane. I need to talk to you. Mr. Lane, does the name Annette mean anything to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. If you don't let me in, I'll tell the police about your interesting connection to the security company.
All right then. Come up, but make it brief.
He's acting like it's his apartment.
Dear Lord, George, you have the worst timing.
Is this a bad time to accuse you of lying?
What do you want?
I've just come from Vera's security.
So?
What is that music with a dead body lying there? Doesn't really suit.
I've never had the pleasure.
Tell me about Annette. Who?
Who?
From Vera Security.
I don't know any Annette.
I'm surprised you let your conquests keep souvenirs.
Where did you get that?
Annette lent it to me.
Quit waving it around, for God's sake.
Come on, Lane. Tell me about Annette.
All right, all right. I had a fling with her, okay? Now keep your voice down, please.
And you two fixed the security for the robbery?
No, nothing like that. Anyway, the fling was a mistake. She turned out to be rather needy.
I believe you. You're not a criminal, just a lecherous old man.
Less of the old, if you don't mind. As it happens, I make a lot of women happy.
Especially when you leave them. Can you tell me anything
Good
about
one,
the owner
George.
of Vera?
Annette told me he's some angry-looking Russian chap.
Okay, Lane. Take off.
You can't tell me what to do.
You want me to show Bijou this picture?
All right, I'm going. You haven't heard the last of me, Stobart.
Promise?
And give me that photo.
If Lane was telling the truth, that meant that Annette was lying. She said she'd never met the owner and was very keen to get rid of me. I wondered if she was hiding something interesting in that back office.
Are you going to introduce yourself properly?
Pleased to make your acquaintance, madame. My name's George Stobart.
Call me Bijou. Sherry, please don't touch my...
Whoops. Sorry.
You have a beautiful home, Bijou.
Oh, thank you. I do like beautiful things.
Can we shut this fucking thing off?
Stereo was playing the same tune over and over again.
Hello, young man. Such a delight to have a new visitor. What can I do for you?
I'm from the insurance company. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Henri, my poor sauvage. He died in his prime.
Could I just ask you a few questions?
Well, why not? A little company might just pep me up, as you Americans might say.
Henri was very brave at the gallery. He tried to stop the thief and paid the ultimate price.
Henri was my life and my little pussycat.
How are you coping?
I'm still trying to take it in, Sherry.
Can you tell me about the gallery? Was the business doing...
Man, that music's really fucking
The
annoying,
gallery
eh?
was Henri's baby. He never spoke to me about it.
So you weren't involved?
Not at all. Business is not my thing.
Your record player seems to be stuck on the same song.
Yes, this song gives me great comfort. It reminds me of Henri.
Bijou, I think someone involved with the gallery helped the thief. It wasn't Hector Lane. He's not devious enough.
But who else?
I don't know. But I will get to the bottom of it, I promise you.
Just don't know anything about any of that.
Thank you for your help, Bijou.
My pleasure, young man. Do come back any time.
Bijou appeared to know nothing. I still couldn't discount Lane. Annette, on the other hand, had lied about Vera Security's owner. Henri was now dressed in a cheap suit. On balance, I prefer the waistcoat.
Okay, I think we can leave here.
Night was falling. Annette would have left for the evening. It was time to pay a visit to Vera's security. The empty mall was lit by bright moonlight. The perfect ambience for a little detective work. I wanted a good look at that back office. I just had to find a way in.
Okay, so we gotta get to the electrical box with this.
There was an electrical box up there.
What the hell are you doing, George?
There was no way I could force the shutter open with my bare hands. I needed to find another way. It was the shutter control. There was no sign of a button or a keyhole. It must have been controlled remotely. A wire ran up to the electrical box above. I wondered if the electrical box contained the power unit.
Yes, but how do we move the box? This way. I don't get it.
Rearranging the sign had been a stroke of genius, even if I do say so myself.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I popped the lid open. Inside was an aircon unit and
Okay.
the master controls for the shutters.
So we turn the fan off. Secure shutters. Okay, so we gotta cut this, cut this, and then wire from this.
There was only one end to attach to.
Huh?
There was only one.
What, do I cut this as well? And then do that and turn it on. Damn, I'm good. Alright, let's go. There was nothing in the drawer.
The room was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. They didn't go together.
There we go.
In the corner of the room was a pizza delivery scooter, just like the one the killer had escaped on.
Oh. Interesting.
There was a letter jammed in the shredder. The shredder was jammed. I tried to free the gears, but they were jammed solid. Its service was long overdue. I needed a... That...
What about in here?
The air vent had a tiny catch on the side. The air vent...
Okay.
That was never... Oil had dripped from the scooter. It was a pizza delivery scooter. In the drawer was a single Q-tip. It was my lucky day. It hadn't been used. That wasn't worth trying. I smeared some oil onto the cotton bud.
Okay, where does this go? Does it go here? Or does it go there?
That wouldn't work.
Okay, so you gotta do it here then.
I smeared the gears with oil.
There we go.
It was time to see what was in the letter.
To rearrange your pieces, pick it up, then you can move the piece to a different location. No.
I grabbed the paperclip.
Mr. Rowe March. No. This. Yep. Then we've got that. No. Forthcoming. Where's the G? Because that's forthcoming. There? No. Huh? I don't even know if that is right. Oh yeah, it is. Letter for the forthcoming March. March. That goes there. Move this out of the way. as suggested. Let's proceed. Yep. As suggest. Like that. Yep. Anonymous. Okay, this can go there. The hell? This goes here. Yeah. This goes there. This goes there. Delighted to accept. Boom. And boom. Wait, where's the rest? Oops. I'm missing something. Damn it! Am I missing one?
It was the letter from Henri confirming that Vera Security had
Gotcha.
the contract for the exhibition. And it also revealed who was in charge at Vera. A guy called Medovsky. At first glance, it all seemed pretty run-of-the-mill. But why was Henri thanking Medovsky for being generous? And why was he pleased to represent him? Maybe Medovsky was the owner we'd been looking for. It didn't add up. I had a gut feeling. There was something fishy going on.
I think you're right, George. We've got the paper clip, we can use that here.
The paper clip was perfect for the job. There was definitely something in there. Now, what are you? Gotcha. Well, would you believe it? It was a gun. And very likely the one that had been used to shoot Henri.
Aha! So, what have we here? L'Américain, Monsieur Stobart.
Who the hell is that?
You
Oh.
will rue the day you crossed my path.
Oh shit.
Because now, you are caught in my net like a little red herring.
Inspector, I'm investigating the robbery.
No, monsieur. You are breaking and entering an innocent storeroom.
I
Uh-oh.
found the murder weapon.
Found? No. Planted? Yes. Move! Arrest this man and take him to the station. I shall squeeze you, Monsieur Stobart, until your pips squeak.
Oh, great. My pips are gonna
Thanks,
squeak.
Ronnie. I just wish I'd got some better shots of the killer.
Are you kidding? That stuff from the hip, very dramatic. You did good, Nico.
So, what's next?
Get me an interview with the owner, and you've got Sunday's front page.
I'm on it already.
Keep me up to speed. Let me know before you write anything up, okay?
Of course. Oh, gotta go. Someone at the door. Monsieur?
Are you Nicole Collard?
Yes, can I help you?
I need to sit down.
Who the hell is this
You
guy?
better come in. Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, those stairs are a nightmare. That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
My name is Tiago Marquez. I saw your report on the robbery. I found your address. I came straight away. I needed to see you.
And why is that?
The stolen painting, La Malédiction. It belongs to me.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner, and now here he was. Or rather, he was somebody who claimed to be the owner. So the stolen painting is yours. Tell me more.
La Malédiction belonged to my family in Catalonia in the 30s, before the Civil War.
So what was it doing here in Paris?
The fascists stole it in 1938. They killed my father, but not me. I escaped. I have been looking for it ever since. You have to help me find it.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiago Marquez, the rightful owner of La Malédiction. What else is there to tell?
You traveled all the way from Catalonia?
No, since the war, I've lived in France, in the southwest. And now I want the painting back.
Did you lose all your family in the Civil War?
When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
I'm sorry.
I would have stayed and fought for freedom, but I was just a boy.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you, I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. It is of me and my family. See the painting above the fireplace?
Yes, it's La Malédiction. The photograph certainly appeared to link the old man to the painting.
Mm-hmm.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Why?
Please, I must see them.
All right. Here they are. This one was rejected. George got in the way. Typical.
Who is this George?
Just a friend. He insured the painting.
So, he will know who is this liar who claims to own my painting.
I don't think he does. He would have told me. This is the best shot I took. They used it in the paper.
Yes, it is how I recognize La Malédiction, my painting.
It does look like the one in your photograph.
So close, but now it is lost again.
This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Malédiction, in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
Here's the thief making off with the painting.
What is that tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones. Headhunters,
You will find him, and then you will find my painting.
I can try, monsieur.
You must, mademoiselle.
Okay, that it?
Marquez's story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't wholly trust him, this was the one lead that I didn't want to lose. Where are you staying?
What? Nowhere. Here, perhaps.
Wow.
I didn't want to stay in my apartment. There was another solution. My neighbor is out of town for a few days. You could stay there.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
Great. Let's go. Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat. My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat. Which reminded me I hadn't watered his plants for a week. The key wasn't there.
Oh, great.
The door was locked, but my neighbor always left a key under the mat. I was pretty good at popping locks with plastic cards, but the crack between the door frame and the lock was just too narrow. I hope you don't mind waiting. I'm sure the key is around here somewhere.
This is why I hate cities. No trust anymore.
Where could he have left the key? Fire
I had
exit?
no reason to.
No.
There was no fire. Marquez needed somewhere to stay. I didn't want to leave before.
What the hell? Oh, hold on. What's that?
The gap was wide, but not wide enough for my fingers.
Lucky you have a card on you, eh?
Using the sticky chewing gum, I was able to fish out the key.
This will do.
Glad it's up to standard. I have to go out, monsieur. Ronnie had promised me the front page if I got an interview with the painting's owner. And here was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that. I needed to find out who had put the painting up for sale. Maybe there was more to find at the gallery. Len was sitting outside the cafe. He looked dazed. Hello, Monsieur Len.
Ah, the delectable Nicole Collard, super sleuth. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Always available for a lovely lady such as yourself.
Henri's death, it must be so very hard for you.
Yes, I shall miss him deeply. We had such a very special relationship. The loss is so hard to endure, even for a man of such inner strength as myself.
What do you know about the owner of La Malédiction?
That was Henri's business. He found the painting and did the deal with the owner.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially quiet about that one. But he always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
I'm writing a follow-up piece on the gallery theft.
Ah, so you need an inside view. Authoritative.
Something like that.
The police have finished in the gallery. We could chat in the office. It's much more comfortable. More intimate. I might even be able to rustle up a little bottle of champagne.
Maybe later. I have some things to do first.
Maybe next time,
then. You mentioned a manifest. How would one get a look at that?
One might start in the office. That's where Henri kept most of his paperwork.
About the gallery.
Of course, my dear. We can go there now, if you would like.
That sounds great.
We can discuss my ordeal over a glass of champagne.
A cozy chat with Lane was the last thing I wanted. But it was my best hope, if I wanted to get a look around the office. So, what are we waiting for?
After you, my dear.
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Lane sat down, something stuck out from beneath the cushion. It looked like a folder. Whatever it was, the police had missed it. I needed to get it.
Come, join me on the couch. I'm ready for you.
Wow, this guy's a creep.
Be gentle with me, won't you?
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Lane.
Oh.
She's not helping when she talks like that. How do I get the...
Lane hadn't noticed the folder. With that amount of padding, who would? The only way to get hold of it was to distract him. Monsieur Lane?
Hector, please.
Oh, Hector. Perhaps I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course, champagne. Nature's balm in troubled times.
To new friends.
We just gotta make him drunk again like last time. Oh, whoops.
Oh, mon Dieu, that is so cold!
Oops, silly me. I am so sorry.
I'll have to dry this off. Don't you worry, my dear.
In the folder was a list of all the paintings in the exhibition. La Malédiction had to be there. It was. And next to it was the owner's name, Mr. Medowski. The police had obviously not spotted the folder. I put it back. I had what I needed for my story. Monsieur Lane, thanks for everything. But I think I hear my editor calling.
Ma chérie, no need to leave so soon. It's only a little spillage.
And I found out who claims to own La Malediccio. Some guy named Medovsky. Sounds Russian, right?
Medovsky, my god.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia, with ambition and a bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the story. I can't afford for you to get hurt.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't do anything more. See you tomorrow.
Ronnie didn't trust me on this story, but I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast.
And all this time, George is sitting in
Come in.
prison. Oh, speaking of,
Hi, George. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all. How are you getting on?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
I'm impressed.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. He accused me of trying to plant it, and then of being involved in Henri's death. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make a stick, of course, so he had to let me go this morning. But he's convinced I'm involved. So if I put a foot wrong, he'll nail me next time. But, hey, on the bright side, have I got a story for you. Annette, the manager at Vera Security, lied about the owner of the company. When I pieced together that shredded letter, I got a name. Medovsky.
Medovsky! That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediccio.
What? He owns the painting and Vera Security? He has to be the one behind this whole scam.
You're telling me? We have to be sure.
What the?
I cannot sleep on that bed. It is too soft.
George, this is Senor Marquez.
Nice to meet you.
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediccio.
What? I thought you said Medovsky was the owner.
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family during the Spanish Civil War.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
A pair of statues stood on plinths on the mantelpiece. That's definitely La Malediccio hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
Who's this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Medovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. Look at my father in the photograph. You see the medallion he's wearing? He gave it to me just before he died. This medallion has been in our family for hundreds of years.
It's definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
The what?
The Ouroboros. It is a sign of my people, my family, my faith. The Gnostics. My father was a Gnostic leader. La Malediccio is sacred to the Gnostics. Hence they both display the Ouroboros.
A priest I met said the painting was the devil's work. A thing of evil.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
If Marquez was the true owner of Malediccio, then Medovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove, but if I could, we wouldn't have to pay out on the insurance. So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Medovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. It went to Madrid, then Berlin, then, after the war, to Moscow. After that, it was lost, until now.
We need to talk to this Medovsky, but how do we find him? Hey, Nico?
Yes, Josh?
What do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who were supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
Why would somebody steal their own painting?
Insurance scam? But then why kill Henri?
I get the impression that Henri was somehow involved. I found the gun that Henri was shot with at Vera Security.
If Medovsky owns Vera Security, it means that he must know the killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way. You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay,
I've been kind of in jail, you know?
Waterloo Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs, Waterloo Sunset.
Yeah.
Here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a
Kebabs.
garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
Okay.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
Well,
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah. Brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Words to wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Dutchy Street, isn't he?
well, he gave a lot of info very
No,
easily.
that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
Thanks for that.
Bingo.
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable. But it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
Alright, you need to calm down, old man. Alright?
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right. To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something. So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Medovsky up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Finagle?
Yeah, Fanoodle. You remember how to Fanoodle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need Major League Fanoodling in this one.
You got it.
Why isn't she saying anything about his retarded accent that he's putting on?
No answer. Ah, it's locked. Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
Jeez.
So?
Chill out, buddy.
We have important business with Mr. Madovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is my colleague, George Stobart.
Well, isn't that cozy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
What's up his ass?
Hi.
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Madovsky's driver, do you?
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Get lost.
Wow.
Hey, George.
What's up?
Seriously, how are we going to do this? According to Ronnie, Madovsky is the real deal.
Coming from Ronnie, that's quite a compliment.
If Madovsky's the killer...
We need to be careful, which suggests...
I use my Gallic charm?
Exactly.
Showing him my press card. Ronnie wouldn't have been too pleased to hear that. The bush was perfectly shaped. It was topiary in progress. Hi, guess who?
Guess who, bitch?
What do you want?
Nice bush?
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows...
Topiary is a transition form.
That's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet...
It's not enough, is it?
Not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
Oh, we're best mates now.
Condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible. Through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
It's very nice. Eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality. Real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent.
Yep, keep sucking up to him.
So, do you work for Mr. Madovsky?
I look after his security and stuff. And edges.
Security and stuff?
Yeah, you know. Stuff.
Ah, stuff. Anything else you can tell us about Mr. Medovsky's driver?
Not really, miss.
We have important business with Mr. Medovsky.
I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I understand, but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledicció, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay, okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? Yeah, French bird. Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. I'll take you inside.
Let's go.
Follow me, please.
Alright, George, you just stand there, buddy. I'll take care of it all.
Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur.
Mavarasha.
This is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Maledicció, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
Soft or hard?
A life has been lost and a painting stolen, monsieur. We need to ask you a few questions.
Bravely put, Miss Collard. So be it. I will cooperate however I can.
How did you come into possession of La Maledicció?
I purchased it at auction.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon. Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting. Someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur. What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned, if I were you.
I rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard. Of course. We will check our information again.
I would do that.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs. Well, he did a little cleaning work on La Maledicción, that's all. I think that's enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Okay.
The catch had snapped. The paperclip just flexed and slipped off the catch. Sadly, the catch would have been too thick to cut with nail clippers.
I wasn't trying to
was
cut
a
it.
Beautifully inlaid cigarette box.
Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else I can use.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Well, go ahead, just stick it out there.
He's arguing with his visitor, Ops, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions. The note read, L. Cirque drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain. It was a thank you note from a British politician. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869. I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
It's like my boss said. The guy wants to be a player.
Can I use that coin on the...
I took a closer look at the cigarette box. By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security.
There we go.
Keys are always useful. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. ASD G or F? Ugh, I couldn't remember. I tried to remember how that row of keys read on a US keyboard. I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out. ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference. I figured that had to be the space bar.
No shit. No shit, Sherlocks. Alright, should we use the key here?
The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
I'm gonna check out the study.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls. The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper. The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. Romanovs.
What are these letters here across the desk?
The desk was magnificent.
What the frig?
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge. The chair was fancy and probably more expensive than it looked. It was the old coin from Medovsky's library. It was the key I'd found in Medovsky's cigarette box.
Which panels do I press? Gotta go back and have a look at that. I'm sure it'll tell me here.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card. And everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
How the hell am I gonna remember that?
The lettered panels appeared to conceal buttons.
What the heck? What would the numbers be? There's something here?
Nico?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, Josh.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I didn't know this. If I'd been able to remember the layout of it.
Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So what are we trying to spell?
I didn't know the symbol. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Oh, hold on. Are they numbers up the top? Sorry. Those are numbers, aren't they? That's Q. That's the A. And that's the Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is confusing. So it's numbers, which means I need, what was it? 1869. Alright, let me think. So it's this A, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, S, oh sorry, no, it's 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. H. Was there a H there? A, H, S, and this thing. Let's try. I don't know if this is going to be right or I'm just going to look like an idiot. So this A, H, S, and this.
The secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
Yes,
it
yes.
certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer.
Hey, Nico, come see this.
I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Malediction.
Gainan.
Offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to...
Oh, yeah. I think I need a coffee soon.
Here we go. A lease for Vera security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, 1 helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Georges, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right. He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
No, not at all.
The coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure. Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
The greenback.
You must be upset at
the ching-ching.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already. Now please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, would have thought it.
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediction.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. Or the padlock. The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
The hood was definitely stuck.
Slasher.
Yoink.
I popped open the van's hood.
Okay.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt.
Jeez, what the hell is this?
Covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A loose wire hung from the left-hand horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the wires from the cab. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
Well, I don't have any spare wires, so I can't do anything here right now.
It was the van battery. The large dumpster was full of garbage. Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And
rendered? What does that mean?
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it. I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire. The engine bay was a mess. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
That's it, right? Now I go and battery terminal.
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working. I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
Okay, so I haven't wired it right.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Is that right? Doesn't that have to get to here?
A loose wire hung from the left-hand horn.
That's got to connect to this, doesn't it?
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. I hoped this wouldn't cut short my plan.
Okay.
The wire was just long enough to connect.
Yeah. And this long one. And the short one.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn.
Damn, I'm good.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but... Well, that could have gone better.
Oh.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Okay. Hold on, actually, let's check his letterbox.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid.
Okay, maybe we mentioned that letter that we just found to him this time?
I decided to give it another blast.
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
There you go. We're in.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed? What the f...
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.